Hey, what's up guys? It's been a while. I've kind of been putting this episode off, haven't been super active trading. Made quite a few trades, just a lot of them aren't very profitable. So mostly just been chilling out in that area, so that's kind of why I haven't had an episode in a while. Also, since I'm lazy. Anyways, last episode, I was left off with around 1,200 keys and items. That has since changed because a lot of those items were overpriced. They recently got dropped in price. Luckily, most of them after I sold them, which was nice. So yeah, I probably had around 1,100 to 1,200 keys mix. Had just over 400 keys pure amongst that. And it was very nice. So we'll be starting from there. So I just sold my Circling Heart Rotation Sensation. This thing's worth like 100 keys. It's pretty overpriced though. There's a seller at 75 and there's a price suggestion pretty low. It's at about 68 keys. So yeah, buy orders are still solid. 56, some were around 60. But anyways, I sold it for a Starstorm Insomnia hat with no name and 37 keys pure. So the Starstorm Insomnia hat with no name is 40 keys and the 37 keys pure, that's a bit over my buyout. It's a bit of overpay in mix, which is pretty solid because the hat with no name has good demand with buy orders at around 32 keys. So if I were to sell it to buy orders, I'd get almost 70 pure keys. And that is over the price suggestion right now. So I'm glad to get rid of this. Soldier, Demo Man, and who else? And Engineer. So it looks pretty dope actually. Alright guys, so I just traded away my Green Energy Salty Dog. I'm super stoked that I sold this because, well, it has a lot of competition. A really low seller at 120 keys kind of puts me in a tough spot, but I got a pretty good deal. So I traded it for a duped Scorching Flames Hustler's Hallmark. This thing's worth, I think, 115 keys if I'm not mistaken, something around there, and a Haunted Ghost Soldier Sensei. So this is a Sniper Misc. It's 50 keys. So I'm getting like full price and unusuals for the Salty Dog, and these are pretty high demand too, so they have high buy orders and it's pretty awesome. So I'll show you these in game. But first, so this Hustler's Hallmark, it has a big range, 102 to 147 keys, but that averages out to 124. It's duped, but it should still be fine. It's the only one on the market. And the Haunted Ghost Soldered Sensei, worth 50, bit outdated, but really high buy orders too. So 175 in unusuals, or 120 pure if I were to sell to buy orders. Seller at 120, one at 145, they're getting lower and lower. Pretty low buy orders too, so yeah, solid. So I could wear it with other hats to have double effects, and I think that's pretty dope. And yeah, it works pretty nice. The hallmark is for Demo Man. Wrong hat. Painted white, scorching, looks pretty amazing, I must say. So I got a couple trade offers overnight, and I accepted 2 of them. So here, I sold my double-spelled degreaser. So it's a specialized kill streak, and has a few nice parts on it. Listed it for 8 keys, had it for around 2 months, so whatever. Sold it for 8 keys pure. And here, I sold my Scorching Flames Hustler's Hallmark. It's duped, so it's pretty eh. It's a nice Demo Man hat. Painted white, looks pretty dope, but eh. It's duped. It's a bit smelly. But I traded it for a Cold Snap cap with purple energy. First in all class, still kind of smelly, but it was priced recently and has less of an atrocious price range. It's worth 117. This is worth 125, and he added 16 keys. So he overpaid a little bit, which is nice. And yeah, I accepted that. Alright, so I am accepting a trade for my Purple Energy Cold Snap Cap. I am downgrading it to a bunch of unusuals, 3 hats, a Kilowatt Flamboyant Flamenco, a Terawatt Herald's Helm, Miami Knights Bucket Helm, a Skillgotten Gains High Five, a Pro Killstreak Strange Rocket Launcher, and a Strange Pan. So I'm overpaying here by like 10 keys, which is a bit much since this is a nice hat, but it's a pretty good deal since the quick sell price of all of these is higher than this, so that's why I'm taking it. Here I got a couple trades. One's pretty small, the other one's quite nice. So this trade was for a Exorcism Strange Killstreak Market Gardener. Sold it for 2 keys, that's what I listed it at, and it was pretty fair, so I got that. The next trade was with a guy named Majester Alpha, and they were interested in my Haunted Ghost Soldier Sensei. So they originally sent an offer. I was a bit busy, so couldn't really respond, but he added me, and he offered 43 keys pure and a bubbling burning bandana. So this sensei is worth 50 keys. Buy orders are at 40. So he's offering 43 pure keys and a 14 key unusual. So 57 keys, mostly pure keys, and it's very nice because this unusual can quick sell for 9. So it's instantly 52 keys or over full pure price. And I was down to do that trade, but it was a bit unfortunate because I didn't get backpack expanders yet, and my backpack's full of keys. I have over 500 keys right now after this trade, and yeah, it was a bit of a mess, so I couldn't accept this trade right now. But Majester Alpha, just shout out to him, he's a real chill guy. We agreed to add a bunch of random items, useless weapons, to my side of the trade. He adds a bit of ref to his, and all would be good. Get rid of some backpack space and replace it with keys. And what's even more awesome about Majester Alpha is that he accidentally added a pro kill streak Vitasaur of mine. I didn't even notice this. I triple checked that trade. Didn't even notice it. But he did, and he immediately returned it, so I gave him a positive trust for that. Pretty cool. So I've reached the point where I've maxed out my friends list. I'm level 20 right now. I can only have 325 friends, which is a lot, but I've maxed it out, so I gotta level up my profile. So right now, I found this pretty nice bot. It's a card bot, but it does 19 card sets, trading card sets, for one TF2 key. So I'm gonna buy like 244 sets. Let's see, I'm paying 13 keys and then 19 per key. Yeah, 247 sets or so. Yeah, and I'm gonna level up my profile.
Buffer these nuts. Wilma balls fit in your mouth, son? Kisma, what I hear you say, Kisma dick? Chokama, what the heck is that, you ask? Chokama cock. Grab my penis, little bitch. Swallow my what, dude? Swallow my cum.
Finally, after an hour and 1 minute, I finally crafted 247 trading card sets. Alright guys, so here I traded away my Starstorm Insomnia hat with no name, it's multi-class, and my strange professional killstreak Spycicle worth 2.5 keys for a Cloud9 Tyrant's Helm worth 34 keys and 9 keys pure. So this hat with no name is 40 keys. The Spycicle's 2.4, give or take. But the Tyrant's Helm is 34 keys and 9. So 43 keys versus 42.5. It's really not much overpay, but why I did this is that going off of buy orders, this hat with no name has buy orders at 32. This has buy orders at 2.4. That'd be 35, 34.5 or so. This has buy orders at 28 and 9 keys. It's a bonus on the buy order area and a touch of overpay, so it's an easy accept for me. And here I traded away my Steaming Salty Dog for the full pure price of 23 keys. This was pretty surprising since it is a pretty low tier all class, and there's other sellers at 23, but I managed to get it, so I accepted. Alright guys, so I'm receiving a pretty dope trade. I'm trading my Burning Flames Modest, my Taunt, which is like, what, 7 keys, my Spectrum Viewfinder, which is probably 5 keys, and 5 keys pure, for, yep, another Nebula Translator. So this is pretty awesome in my opinion, since the, I've had this Burning Modest for a long time, it is duped. So yeah, it's been a pain to sell. I've had this viewfinder for a long time, since I've had it listed for like 10 keys. And my last translator sold for, what, 250 in items? So this is pretty spicy. I'll show it to you on my soldier. Painted black, which is pretty nice. My last one was painted purple, but I think I'll leave it like this. And it's awesome to have Nebula again. Alright guys, so I am selling my Disco Beatdown Falkirk helmet to swap.gg. So I used this website pretty recently to sell my Burning Flames Mercs Mohawk. And well, the reason why I'm selling my Disco Beatdown Falkirk back to the site, I actually got it from here, is well, it has a pretty nasty price suggestion. So I knew the price is pretty outdated and old. because what, 80 keys for this is not very reasonable. It's 2 years outdated. But buy orders at 40 keys or 38, 39. There's a suggestion at 47, 48 keys. So yeah, that's like a 40 key drop in price. And I do think this suggestion will go through because their old suggestion, one of the price admins commented and they fixed what they needed to. So I think that'll pass tomorrow or so. And then swap.gg won't want to buy this hat anymore. So I'm selling it to them for around 43, 44 keys pure. So I am quick selling it, but I really haven't gotten any offers on this. So yeah. Alright guys, so I am, after a really long negotiation, I'm buying a Nebula head full of hot air. So this is my second Nebula today, paying a Terawatt Herald's Helm, my Haunted Ghost Toy Soldier, and my Ghastly Ghost Junior Plumber Pipe, plus 2 keys and ads. So the Nebula head full of hot air is worth 70 keys, buy orders at 63. It's pretty much pure. The 65 seller doesn't actually have it anymore. I just got that one. So I'm paying the Ghastly Ghost Junior Plumber Pipe. It's worth 23 keys. I think it's a bit underpriced. I mean, it was priced recently, but it's a Ghastly Ghost Junior and it's really cheap for one of those effects. Though since it was priced recently, I'll just call it 23 keys. I paid 19 for it, actually quite a while ago. And this Haunted Ghost Toy Soldier I got a while ago too. It's really hard to sell. Pretty overpriced too. Only one buy order at 21. So I'm gonna call this 34 keys off the lowest seller, which is still really high. And the Terawatt's Herald's Helm, which is like 21 keys, I'm gonna call it 20 due to the sellers. And the 2 keys pure. So yeah, it's close to 80 keys on my end, but like I said, some of my stuff is a bit overpriced. Going off of buy orders though, I paid 19 keys for this plumber's pipe. The Toy Soldier had one buy order at 21, and the Herald's Helm has a buy orders at 14, and the 2 keys. So buy order price, it's 56 keys. It's a pretty solid upgrade. I am overpaying by 9 keys, though the buy orders on the Nebula are a lot higher, and since it's a Nebula, it should sell a lot better. So I got the hat. It's for Pyro only, and it's pretty awesome. So I upgraded 3 hats for that. I have the translator still, of course, and a new Nebula. I have 2 Nebulas now. Holy cow. Alright guys, so I'm receiving a offer on my Miami Knights Berliner's Bucket Helm worth 21 keys for 21 keys. So I'm going to accept this trade. Here I did a little trade. It's not really profitable, but it had some cool stuff. So I paid 50 keys for 3 Australiums, a Pro Killstreak Australian Ambassador, Specialized Killstreak Flamethrower, and a Specialized Killstreak Australian Knife. So yeah, it's nothing really special. I mostly did it because this Ambassador had the same kill streaker as my big kill. It's not Exorcism, sadly. I'll need to find one of those. But yeah, this knife is cool too. All Villainous Violet, which I like. So I might hold on to these just for a little bit. Alright guys, I have to be quiet. It's pretty much midnight on a school night, which is always nice. But I got a pure offer on my translator. It's for 180 pure keys. And this is kind of what I expected. Other sellers are at 178, 180. I listed mine for 190. Cake was interested in the translator. They actually watch my videos. They're pretty cool. And I held on to it for them because they're buying the keys from Marketplace. But yeah, 180 pure keys for a Nebula translator. I'm going to take that. I did get another offer previously, which I was kind of upset about because it was really good. It was like 220 keys in unusuals, which quick sold for like 175. But the thing is, right when I was about to accept that, someone else took it, which was kind of unfortunate, but this is still very good. 180 pure keys is very solid. Alright, I got all the keys from the translator. A whole 180. We got a trade offer from Baby Sun. They offered a Burning Flames German Godzilla for my Ep.9 Tyrant's Helm, plus 5 keys pure on my side. So this Tyrant's Helm is worth 34 keys, though I listed it for 38, because that's the high end of the price range. So I added 5 keys, so that's around 40 keys for this Godzilla. And this Godzilla is worth 51. And it has buy orders higher than 40 keys pure. Last time I checked, anyways. So, yeah, it's a pretty good trade, and I took it. I've never had a Godzilla before, but I've had quite a few Burning Metacats. So this is a pretty nice hat, pretty classic, and with a very nice effect. So, yeah. Alright guys, so I just did a very large trade. I bought 6 unusuals. Sorry, that was my phone. But I bought 6 unusuals with 235 keys. So I had around 800 just waiting to buy stuff, and so I bought 6 unusuals. So I have a Orbiting Planets Crone's Dome, a Miami Nights Viva la France, a Cloudy Moon, Connoisseur's Cap, a Cloud9 Party Phantom, Vivid Plasma Bot Dogger thing, and a Steaming Shaco. So this deal probably doesn't look that great initially, and to be honest, it's not fantastic. It's fair. And why that is this is 280 keys in unusuals going off of backpack price, and like I said, I paid 235. And if you do a little bit of math, that's pretty much a 15% discount. So this isn't really even a quick sell. So yeah, that's very against kind of how I trade, but I took the deal mostly because, well, the quick sell price of all of these is 215, so I paid 20 keys on top of the bot price. So yeah, it's not super fantastic, but I'm happy with it. And how I convinced myself to do this trade is that this Connoisseur's Cap, it's clean. I think the only clean one that's been traded in years, but even if I quick sold this, as long as I sell these for a reasonable price, sell them close to full price, then I'll still profit, even if I quick sell this. So if I sell all of these for a reasonable price, then I'll definitely profit a handful of keys. If I sell them all for full price, then I will profit, 45 keys? So yeah, it's not a crazy amount, especially for how much I'm paying here, but profit's profit, and I gotta get more deals because I've been lazy. Jesus. Alright, so I just got all 6 unusuals. Orbiting Planets Crone's Dome, this is worth 53 keys, buyers at 40. This is worth like 12 keys, buyers at 9.5. This is worth 46, maybe more, I don't know. There's a seller at 48, buyers at 42. This is worth 96, buyers at 70. That's worth 29, buyers at 20. That's worth 44, buyers at 34. The Crone's Dome, this is all class. I guess I'll show it to you on the Scout. It's got quite a few all classes. Orbiting Planets is pretty low tier, though this hat's quite expensive because Crone's Domes, yes. But yeah, it's a pretty nice hat. Very nice hat. And decent effect. The Stout Shaco is for Soldier. Steaming's pretty low tier, but it's an okay hat. The Viva la France is all class. It looks best on the Scout
I
though.
also drink a lot of tea just because I like tea.
Looks best on the Scout and Spy, but yeah, Miami Nights is an okay 3rd gen effect.
Milk. What the fuck is that?
This Bot Dogger
Like, I'll just drink hot
is
water.
all class, and Vivid Plasma ain't terrible.
And also cold water and cold tea.
Kind of looks like mustard, which is probably why it's called mustard and painted yellow. So it works. It doesn't look terrible. The Party Phantom for Spy, which is Amisk. Show it to you on this loadout.
Yeah, iced tea is
Clips with many hats, and Cloud9 is a great effect, especially with Disco Beatdown. And I know it looks fantastic with this, with Eldritch opening, but it clips really badly. So,
Yeah. You buy,
whatever.
Panda's fucking Arcana now.
Of course, we have the Connoisseur's Cap for Pyro. This is the most expensive hat.
No, I'm not taking the piss, dude. I actually just think it's a good deal. And
Cloudy Moon is a pretty cool 1st gen Halloween effect,
concrete evidence.
and this one's clean. Alright, so I'm buying a Bubbling Cloud Crasher for just above bots, like 9 keys and 10 ref. And just a little trade. Alright, I'm selling my Flamethrower for 20 keys, and this is pretty much what I was looking for, so I'm gonna take this. Alright, and I got the keys. Click, 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 click. Nice. Alright guys, so I just did a trade with Horror for a Purple Energy stainless pot. I traded my Burning Godzilla worth 51 keys and this Bubbling Bandana worth 14. I'm paying around 66, 65 total. This is worth 66, but the thing is, this is duped. This has a seller at 49, 2 sellers at 49, and I've had this for ages and can't sell it, so this is a pretty decent upgrade for me. He's overpaying by a couple keys, so yeah, I'll take it. Buy orders aren't too crazy off, so yeah. Got the pot. And this will look pretty good on my soldier set. Nice. Selling my Australian grenade launcher for 14 keys. This is pretty reasonable. I've been hanging on to this for way too long. So yeah, it's good to clear it out. Gonna miss it though. I like Australians quite a lot. So here I'm selling my Nebula Head Full of Hot Air for 59 keys. This seems a bit low because I did pay close to 75 keys in unusuals, but I didn't lose anything because the buy orders on those unusuals were lower. This trade's actually a bit into the future, but I'm just slotting it now because I forgot about it. Alright guys, so this Purple Energy stainless pot I got last night for 63 keys in items. I listed it for 70 and I just got an offer of 70 keys pure. So this is pretty good. Of course it's worth 65 keys and it's duped, so getting 70 pure is very nice. It's also a good bit of profit considering I paid 63 in unusuals. Here is a massive trade I just done for a Purple Energy Chronestone. So I quick bought this. I paid my Cloudy Moon Connoisseur's Cap. This thing's worth 96 keys. And I added 235 pure keys. So adding that. So I'm paying 331 keys for this Chrome's Dome in mix, mostly pure, and it is worth 470 priced a couple weeks ago, and that is a pretty solid quick sell. I'm going to 470 down to 330. That's pretty much 30% in mix. I'm really paying, going off the buy order on the Connoisseur's Cap, which is at 75. I'd be paying 310 keys if you're only looking at that, which is closer to 35% off, and that's pretty fair for a high tier hat like a Crone's Dome, so I'm pretty happy with this trade, and I can't wait to see what I get for it. Let me show it to you in game. Now this is pretty awesome. Works very well with chromatic, of course. Yeah, I really like this hat. I'm very happy. Alright guys, here I'm quick buying a spell. Haven't done this in a while, but buying a Chromatic Corruption and Headless Horseshoe's Crone's Dome for 10.5 keys or so. Not super good quick sell, but I think it's alright because this might be able to go for around 20 keys, maybe more. I don't know, but I think it's a pretty safe amount, 10 keys. And it's a very nice combo, so it's not bad. I'm pretty happy with it. Got the hat. It's all class, just like my purple energy one, and my orbiting planets have quite a few of these. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me go here, and I leave purple footprints around. And it matches all my other chromatic stuff very nicely. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright guys, I got a couple trades. So here I sold my Searing Plasma Nuke. I bought this for 21 keys and sold it for full price of 26, so easy 5 keys profit. Only took a while, but that's expected. The next trade I did was sell my Chromatic and Horseshoe's Crone's Dome. So right down here I bought it for like 11 keys, just over 10 keys pretty much. And here a few days later I'm selling it for 17. So yeah, this is 6 key profit, and that was pretty quick. Very nice Crone's Dome. Double spelled, has pretty much the best spell combo, so I didn't really expect less. And here I'm quick buying a Pigmentation Slouch for a key. Probably not the best quick buy, but it's aight. So yeah. Alright guys, I got a couple trades to show. So here, this first one is a bit unfortunate, but I think I got pretty lucky regardless. I am taking my first loss, I think. So this Purple Energy Crone's Dome I bought for 330 mixed, pretty much 310 keys pure I paid. And at the time that was decent, but I think I stalled on it too long, kind of just stopped trading for a little while. So then all these quick sellers appeared and were kind of ruining the market for it. And I don't blame them because this hat's pretty overpriced. 470 was just not going to happen for it. But yeah, it was still pretty unfortunate. So I'm reselling it to Ruby, their buy order, for 280 keys pure. And I'm taking a 30 key loss, so it's pretty hefty, but not too bad considering the other buy orders dropped to around 200, and there's now multiple sellers at around 300, which is less than what I paid for. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to get rid of it. It was a nice hat, glad I had it, but not really the best one for the market at the time. This next trade is pretty good in my opinion. I'm buying a duped Chiroptera Venenata Gridiron Guardian. That's a weird name, but this is a Halloween effect. This hat is duped, but the clean ones haven't been traded in over 5 years, and this will be the only one on the market. So I'm paying 33 keys, which is pretty much buy order price, just above actually, and that's pretty good. It's worth like 38, but I'm going to be looking for a lot higher, maybe around 50 or so, just because it's a Halloween effect. So yeah, I'll show you that in game. Alright, so I did get all the keys and the Gridiron Guardian from the last couple trades. And I love clicking through keys, so here we go. Alright guys, so I just did a trade for my Cloud Crasher. I bought this for just over 9 keys, just about buy order price, paid a few ref, like 10 ref more. So I'm reselling it for 11 keys, so this person approached me offering 11, and I would have taken that instantly off the bat, but the thing when you're trading and someone offers you an offer that you'd already accept, it's good to ask if they could add a little sweet, and usually they are able to, and that just makes it even better for you. So I got these Lurker Leathers out of it, which is I think 10 ref, so yeah, pretty good, got over 2 keys profit. Alright guys, I'm quick buying a Smoking Harmburg. This is worth 15 keys. It's pretty outdated, but buy orders are just over 11, and I'm paying 12. So this is pretty fair. I have 3 keys room to profit compared to full price. And that's pretty reasonable for a low tier hat, and there's no other sellers, no competition, so yep, I'll take it. Got the hat. I don't think I've ever had a Harmburg before, but it is a spy hat. I'll just put it on this. And smoking is an effect I quite like, so nice. So I found a pretty interesting item on tradeit.gg. There's a website I use occasionally to sell and sometimes buy hats. In this case, I'm buying a Purple Energy stainless pot for 56 keys. So, you know, my last one I had not terribly long ago. It was duplicated. I bought it for like 56, almost 60 in items, and it was pretty much like 52 keys pure, 53. So that was duped, and I resold that for 70 pure keys in like 3 days. So I think paying 56 keys for a clean one is pretty good, especially since the normal buy orders are at 53, so I'm beating buy orders by 3 keys. Still 15% off, and I think I could get more than the price of 66 keys for it. Alright, so I just got the stainless pot, and I had this hat before, I already have shown it, but I'll show it once again. This one is clean compared to my last one, and it's a pretty nice hat, so... Alright guys, so I just got a trade from a guy who's very desperate to sell this Starstorm Insomnia Bombing. He initially was trying to sell it to a guy for 9.5, which I don't even know why the other guy didn't want to buy it, because that's buy order price. And this guy said he could sell it to me for 9 keys, which is under buy orders, so I don't see a problem with this at all. So yeah, free profit. So I think I've had one of these before. It's a pretty cool Demo Man hat. I actually think it's quite underrated. Yeah, it's a pretty nice hat. Effect's okay, but yeah, it's free profit. I got it for under buy orders, so can't complain at all. Alright guys, so sorry about my voice. I have a little bit of a cold, but I sold my Smoking Harmburg. I bought this for 12 keys like yesterday, and well, I got added by a person, and just after a quick negotiation, I listed mine for 15. It was worth 15. I said I could lower my price to 14. He said 13, and met in the middle. It's just your average little banter back and forth. So we agreed on 13.5 keys. And that's 1.5 keys profit, pretty fast. Alright guys, so I still have a raspy voice, but I just did a trade for a Green Energy Pom Pom Provocateur. This is a 1 of 2 hat for the spy, and I'm buying it for a key above bots, which is pretty good. So this user initially wanted to sell it for 27, but I worked their way down to 25, which is what I initially offered. I've never had this hat, and it's a pretty cool one, if I must say. 1 of 2 is nice. Alright guys, so here I sold my Ticket Boy. So this Ticket Boy was donated to me, and the donator specifically told me that they wanted me to trade it for the series. So I held on to this for a while, listed it for 15 keys. Had it listed at that for many months, so that just shows that craft numbers can take a while to sell if you're not really actively trying to sell it. But I eventually got just about 15 keys in mix, so I accepted that. So yeah, I'm very happy with this trade, and I want to thank you so much for this donation, Genboy. Alright guys, so here I sold my Miami Knights Vive la France. Traded it for a Neutron Star, Gibbous, and around 4 keys in items, give or take, maybe 3.5. So this Vive is priced at 44, had sellers at like 43 and lower. I'll just call it 43 keys. Buy orders on the Vive were at 34. So it had a price range like in between buyers and sellers. It was around 10 keys. So this Gibbous is worth 45. Just about 45, like 44.5. And also the 3.5 keys. So 48, 49 keys, which is already 4 or 5 keys overpay. The Gibbous had buy orders at 31, and then the 3 keys in items. So same buy orders, but it's a bit of overpay, and I think this Gibbous will be easier to sell. So that's why I took this trade. And here I sold my stainless pot, so I bought this off of traded.gg. It's worth 66. I paid 2 keys above buy orders, or actually 4 keys above. I paid 56 or 57, something like that. And well, I sold it for a Blizzardy Storm Team Captain and 15 keys. So I paid 56 for that. Buy orders were at 53. I was looking for 70 keys on this because that's what I sold my duped one for. But I sold it for this duped Blizzardy Storm Team Captain, which this alone is worth 57 and 15 keys pure. So that's just over 70 keys and items for this, which I was very happy with because it is 6 keys over the full price technically. So the buy orders for this team captain were, I think right now they're at 49. But of course this is duped, so I'll just say 45 and then 15 keys. So even if I quick sell this to a bot, I'm already making profit, and I'm happy with this trade because I really like the team captain and it's a good effect. Alright guys, here I did a pretty big trade to a good friend Bob. They sold me their circling peace sign No Mercy. It's worth 205 keys or so, and I paid 175. So 205 keys, I paid 175, which is approximately 15% off. So yeah, 30 keys off. Yeah, I paid about 15% off of full price, and that doesn't seem that good. And to be fair, it isn't that close to buy orders. Buy orders are at 145, so I paid 30 keys higher than buy orders. But I did buy this No Mercy just because it was priced recently. It's a misc for Spy. No other sellers besides Julander, who has his highballed at 280. So not really much competition there. It's clean, and it's a nice Spy misc that combos well with my motif. So I'll show you that in game. Alright guys, so I got a trade offer for my Neutron Star Gibbous of a Infernal Smoke Zoomin' Broomin' and about a key in items, or almost a key. So I'm going to accept this, and why I'm accepting this is that this Zoomin' Broomin' is worth 50 keys, so it's already 5 keys overpay. It is a taunt though, so that kind of sucks, but it is a high tier Halloween effect, high tier taunt, and it has way higher buy orders than mine. So I actually got an offer just a straight 1-to-1 for this hat, I added this user Blastel, and they actually created the Sledder sidekick. So that's really cool. I might get one signed from him. And after a little bit of negotiation, I got him to add a couple summer shades painted. Got the items. This is the double spelled summer shades I got earlier for 7 keys. I got 2 painted ones and the Zoom and Broomin. I'll go to my heavy loadout because it's green. And that's pretty cool. So this taunt is infinite, you could zoom around, and it's a really good effect. So yeah, this was my Neutron Star Galvanized Gibbous. It was worth 44.5 keys, with buy orders just over 31. The taunt though is worth 50 keys, with buy orders just about 38 to 42. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. Hopefully I could sell this pretty quickly. I don't really want to sell it to a buy order, but I might, just because I'm not really used to these sort of taunts. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and definitely some instant profit. I found out that Tradeit.gg offers 45 keys for this, so I think I'm gonna sell it to them, because that's pretty fair in my opinion. It is just above buy orders, but it is pretty close to full price at the same time. And taunts, they can often take a long time to sell for full price, even if they're this good looking. So yeah, I'm probably gonna sell it for 45 keys, which pretty much means I sold the galvanized gibbous for over full pure, which is pretty nice. Alright, well, I'm receiving a very good offer for my Summer Shades and my Exorcism Eyelander for 21 keys. So that trade was really unexpected. I bought those Summer Shades for 7 keys, and I only thought they might be able to go for maybe twice that amount, since I usually quick buy spells for half the price. So I was thinking maybe 15 keys, since it was pretty nice. Spectral and Headless Horseshoes on a Misk. It's just a small paint region. I listed it for 20 keys because I actually really like them and didn't want them to sell fast, but I apparently got lucky and someone sent me an offer. So that's 12 keys profit. Very fast. So that pretty much sums up the trades I've made in the past few months. I started out at the beginning of the video with 1100 keys in mix. I'm kind of bumping that down from 1200 just because a lot of the hats and items were really overpriced. But I had around 400 keys pure, and the rest was items and spells and usuals, etc. Right now, after all the trades in this video and many months of half-ass trading, I have 10 unusuals, 635 keys, a bunch of keys in random items and spells and other miscellaneous things, and all those together total out to pretty close to 1350 keys, probably closer to 1330, and that's pretty fair. It's pretty reasonable considering that I really haven't been actively trading a whole lot the past few months. And I got some really cool things like this No Mercy. The No Mercy is a hat that I've always wanted in unusual form for a really long time, and Circling Peace Sign is a pretty nice effect. It's first gen, it's really cheap for the price, for the quality of the effect. 200 keys, it's worth, I paid 175. Circling TF logo, Julander, who's selling his, he wants 280 keys, and it's worth like 300. So getting a Circling Peace Sign no for that cheap I think is a pretty nice deal, and even if it takes a while to sell, I'd be totally fine with that because it just looks pretty nice. I have some other cool hats like the Gridiron Guardian with Charactera Venenata, the Roboactive Hardtop, and even the Blizzardy Storm Team Captain. So I got some good stuff. I got a lot of trades the past few months, made around 200 keys profit, give or take, maybe 250 you could call it. But I wanted to thank all you guys for your patience. I know this video took a long time to come out, and it's pretty long itself. It's kind of hard to condense so many trades, but I wanted to thank you all for watching. I want to thank all the donators. I know Dooney's quitting the game, and he was one of my first donators, so that's really unfortunate to hear. But I also wanted to thank Sock Minis because he actually made my very first fan arts. So I thought that was really cool. So thank you all for watching. My name's Apak, and I'll see you all in the next video. Gil just called me trash. Oh.